So, I'm a freshman in university and I'm from overseas, so a lot of the social customs and experiences in the US are new to me. I'm a quiet person by nature, but I joined a Living Learning Community, LLC, for my major, which helped me connect with a lot of other students, some of whom are from different countries as well. I ended up becoming close with a group of about 10 people, all freshmen, and things were going pretty well, until one of our group members, let's call her G, started acting strangely. We go to a school with a good academic standing, but it's also a major party school. So, naturally our group would occasionally drink together. One night, G was going through a tough time after an online breakup with a situationship, and she drank too much. She ended up crying a lot, and we all tried to comfort her. It became a bit of a pattern. She would drink without telling anyone, and we could hear her sobbing or shouting from her room. Her roommate, who was one of my closer friends in the group, would often have to deal with G's emotional breakdowns because G's situation got to the point where she was rolling around on the floor, crying and throwing tissues everywhere. Things got more concerning when G started running off without telling anyone where she was going while she was drunk. This happened multiple times, and it worried not only her roommate but all of us. She had a history of mental health struggles, and after one particularly intense crying episode when she couldn't breathe and was unresponsive, we had to call an ambulance. So, we were all genuinely concerned about her well-being. But over time, it got frustrating. Whenever we were having fun, she would be off crying or wandering around drunk, and we would end up having to search for her. One night, her roommate, another friend, and I were hanging out when we found out that G had once again run off despite promising she wouldn't. We had to drag ourselves out of bed, despite being tired and drunk, to go find her in the freezing cold. We eventually found her at a bus station, dressed poorly for the weather, holding a blanket and insisting she needed to catch a bus to remind her of her dad who was alive and well. I finally snapped. I started lecturing her, saying she needed to stop acting out and take responsibility for herself. I wasn't the only one who felt this way. The others were frustrated too and added on as well. We managed to get her back to the dorm, but the next day, her roommate told me that G had called her friend and confessed that she didn't even remember being lectured, but she found the whole situation hilarious. She also admitted that she liked being taken care of, which is partially the reason why she gets drunk. At that point, we all started distancing ourselves from G. Her behavior was draining, and we were frustrated by her lack of accountability. But despite everything, she was still around because we lived in the same dorm and floor. Then, Thanksgiving break came around, and I stayed in the dorm since I couldn't travel. G also stayed behind, and my older sister came to visit me. We all hung out together, and I slowly started to let go of my frustration with G. I thought maybe I'd been too hard on her. That is, until she got drunk again and confessed she had feelings for me. I didn't reciprocate, yet she still showed me that she told her online friends about how much she is in love with me, and so on, using the smallest things I'd do out of kindness as a way of me apparently showing that I'm interested in her. After my sister left, I continued to hang out with G and the group, letting it slide again, but things took another weird turn. A few days before winter break, we decided to pre-game at a friend's single room. When I got there, I noticed that G and the friend who owned the room had stopped talking. Later, the girl that owned the single room told me that G had confessed to her that she had a crush on me, meaning it wasn't a drunken thought but a coherent thought that she is aware of. I understand that liking someone can't be controlled, but the issue comes with what she did do to her liking me. I hadn't told G anything about a new romantic interest, but I'd started hitting it off with someone outside of the group. I kept things private, as I like to separate my romantic life from my friendships. Then, as I was talking to the girl I was interested in, we live in the same door. She's a floor above. Someone started aggressively kicking the door and passing notes under it, just random scribbles. When we'd opened the door, no one was there. It completely ruined the night. My friend later told me that G was behind all of it, trying to sabotage the atmosphere as she followed me upstairs. At this point, I'm completely fed up. G's behavior has become disrespectful, manipulative, and downright exhausting. I've tried to be understanding, but no matter how many times I've set boundaries, she just keeps crossing them, and it's starting to feel like she's actively trying to ruin my peace. I can't trust her anymore, and I'm tired of the constant drama. That being said, when she's not in crisis mode or stirring up trouble, she can be a fun friend, and I do genuinely enjoy her company when she's just being herself. So, AITA for thinking about cutting her off completely before she ruins any more of my life and my friends' lives in the process.